is speaking in St. Petersburg. So I think you should prefer him to myself, but it's up to you guys. So let's get started. As always, let's make some review of what was happening last week on waves. And after that, you can ask me any questions you want. So one good thing happened finally on waves. We launched the new domain for wx.network. It looks sweet, in my opinion. It looks awesome. It's a very good product. Maybe there is some small bugs, but the idea was to keep all the working product there, bridges, training, everything working. So now no legacy. Legacy remained as the old website, and that website waves.exchange will be operational as long as it's needed to redeem all tokens and to shut down algorithmic trading strategies. It's gonna be there for as much time as needed. So you can always log in back to the old site and, for example, sell your WXG tokens and so on. And I think it's time to do some marketing for WX network. And this time has finally come. And we're going to be doing this, I think, starting from next week. Also talking to some VC people. No guarantees here, but there is some progress. So what else happened? A lot of proposals on power in Waves DAO. And yes, the most important thing, but it's not finalized yet, but it probably will. The miners have voted for the proposal to buy back XTM and send 1/3 of the inflation to Waves DAO. There is only one big miner, Turkish exchange. They haven't voted yet, but I think they will. The rest of the miners, like maybe with the exception of a couple miners, voted for this proposal, so it will be accepted because the voting period has just started today, actually. So it's going to take 1 week, one way or another. And after that, the proposal will be activated, and 1/3 of inflation, of Waves inflation, will go to Waves DAO. 1/3 will go to XTN buyback, and 1/3 will keep going to the miners. So I'm really grateful to the miners, by the way. So it's hard to find some consensus, especially when the situation is not so good. But we were able to find some consensus, and I'm really grateful to the miners because I think almost all people who are in the no chat voted for the proposal. Some people didn't, but it's okay as well. So it's like, because Waves is decentralized, and fathers keep mentioning that Waves is centralized. It's like, guys, it's like the most decentralized, I think, blockchain in the moment, if you look closely. So yeah, guys, okay, so I think it's more or less what we had last week. Maybe some other things that I forgot to mention, but I will if you remind me. Fuck Putin, absolutely. Are there new upcoming announced releases on the new WX domain? Some new products, yes. There's going to be this LP staking thing, which will be like some kind of upgrade of what we had on WX, and we had a lot of issues with it due to XTN DPAC. Now it's not going to be connected to XTN in any way. and it will work as some kind of like like a contract that works on top of other contracts. Basically, it's kind of like YR, if you know this approach. There is like a DeFi contract that distributes your liquidity between different contracts, and the same is going to be implemented on WX. There's going to be like a simple way for people to enter the pools, because sometimes it's hard for people to understand how it works, because you need to provide 2 tokens, not one, and there is some boosting, and it's kind of complicated. So the idea is to make it like more simple for regular users, and that's why you need some kind of like aggregation contract that just accepts 1 token, does some boosting under the hood. So, and this is what's going to be, I think, as a next product. But I would say that there is a good range of products on WX, time tested, I would say, so like, because WX has been live in one form or another for 6 years by now. This is one of the oldest DEXs in the world now in continuous operation. So 6 years. So some products are pretty good. Trading, swaps are amazing, I think. Some other things, governance works fine. Also, the contracts have to be finalized because there is like, I mentioned that some of the contracts are not finalized. And once they're finalized, WX becomes totally decentralized. Okay, more question. So, no one fucking cares about your shitty notes or apps. We want our money back, and you fucking wave sims. Go fuck yourself with 300 messages. No gives a fuck about. It is the right intonation, man. Okay. The situation in the world is not the best. It has impacted us as well, but we are working to make it better. We're working, guys, to make it whole, to bring new people to the ecosystem, not for the investment, but so that they can use what we have, like Borrow DAO, for example. And I understand your frustration, but okay, so you're frustrated, but okay, we have to work, we have to move on, move forward. Moving on, like there is like a subtle difference between moving on and moving forward. Moving on means that you just abandon everything, you left everything behind. This is not what we are doing. We are moving forward. So we have some legacy, but we don't deny it, we don't give up on it, we work with it. So we are moving forward, and I understand the frustration, but probably shouldn't be that frustrated, man, because we are here, we are working, and everything's gonna be fine eventually. Migrated to new WX while you did your preamble. Good job, it looks pretty good. Thank you. Colin, I liked it as well, actually. I think it looks pretty neat. Do you like Peter new Ken girl fat avatar? Yeah, it's amazing. I think you have some style, man. It's not for everybody, but what I can say about your art, there is some style to it. That's for sure. Keep it up. It's good. A note. Can you please tell us a little bit about mining rewards and nodes? Are all nodes taking the same percentage of the block tax in it, or is there any difference? It's the same. So basically, share not the reward of one particular node between the DAO and the buyback. The whole thing is shared. So miners can set their own share of their mining rewards that goes to a specific task, either a buyback or the you share it on the protocol level. And where can we see how much each node is taxing us? Yeah, so it's not like that on Waves. It's pretty decentralized. Like it's hard to say if it's the best option, but the payouts of the nodes to the leaders are not a part of the protocol. So basically, you lease your Waves to a node, and I think I have some like problem with my headphones, but it's okay. So and the node decides how much it is willing to pay you. So you can just yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. Yes, my iPods are dead. So yeah, so miners. So you can't like receive those payments automatically. So they pay you as much as they want. So you have to track what miners pay you. This is how it works on Waves. It can be automated. It can be like integrated into the core of the protocol, but we didn't do it. So you just, if you lease your Waves to a certain node, you need to check what it pays you. You know, because it can pay actually something else. It can, for example, pay its own token, for example. Some nodes have some tokens they launched. So it's very flexible. But miners can easily install scripts. Yeah, sure. There is, of course, some scripts that were coded over the years that the miners can use. And they're like pretty standard. So there is some like probably standard percentage they take for themselves, but you should always check because there is no guarantee. That's how it works on Waves. Because you could integrate, I said it twice already, but it's important. Yeah, I think on some systems, I think in Tezos, it's automated, but we decided against it actually. And I think it allows for more flexibility at the end of the day. Yeah. Can they make it trustless themselves? Probably not. No, you have to, because they receive those Waves to their address, to their account. So, but they, actually, I don't know. I should check the right language. I think no, actually, but it's possible probably to modify right a little so that those payouts are made automatically through a smart contract. But I think it's not working yet. Yeah, so I should check. Right can read leases, but I'm not sure about whether it can make the payouts like that. I think no. I'll check. I'll get back to you. Actually, it's an interesting question. It is doable in any case. So we can tweak right in such a way that it becomes doable. No problem. Did anyone pay their debts in Virus? I think some people did. Smaller debts. Yeah. How long to wait for a solution to the problem with WXG token? Why you don't attract new investors to solve the problem? I'm trying to talk to the VC people, but it's hard, guys. Not because of Waves, but in general, it's not easy now. But I'm doing my best. So, and as I said, there is some traction around WX. So I think we will be able to understand whether we can move forward with this in June, maybe in July, the beginning of July. So because the negotiations are still ongoing. So I'm trying to raise funds. I will be trying now to do some marketing around the new WX to attract more traders, to increase the fees, and all the fees go to buying back the old gateway tokens. So we need more trades, we need more traders, and we need more fees, and all the fees will be used to redeem, basically buying it back from the market is redemption, because all the tokens that are being bought back are burned. So all those fees will be used to redeem all those tokens. Any news about power? Yeah, so Turkish DAO is in the process of like soft launch. We need to have more people in the governance committee there. So, and after that, there's going to be voting in the main DAO to donate some power tokens to the Turkish DAO. And those tokens will be locked and used for governance, for making decisions. And if the Turkish DAO is successful, like in half a year, there is this like KPI milestone period, and the community votes that the DAO is successful, the DAO participants will receive those tokens. So those tokens will remain locked for half a year at least. And next week, I think the interface for Waves DAO will be there, because you can make the proposals for the Waves DAO in the power interface, but it requires a separate interface as well, because there's going to be LP tokens, for example. As you know, the miners have voted for 1/3 of inflation going to the DAO, and the miners will be receiving LP tokens in return for this. So some kind of interface is needed for that. And I think it will be launched next month, or next week, yeah. So two things about like Power DAO, Turkish voting is coming, and also Waves DAO interface portal or website. There's going to be a separate website. Next, yeah, I think LP tokens in Waves DAO should be there next week. XTN bought for Neutrino. Yeah. So yeah, well, there is some developments, because, for example, there is no Bitcoin now on WX, and this is a problem. So we're discussing how to launch it properly. There is some ideas, but I wouldn't tell you until it's all settled. So, but there's going to be definitely something. New Waves DAO UI, awesome, yeah, awesome interface, and like awesome view you have, man. Pepe can't. It's very hard to do trustless Bitcoin bridges, and Pepe is doing trustless bridges now. Trustless means they work through smart contracts, and for Bitcoin, it's kind of impossible. There is some ways to do it, you know, some like you can think of some ways to do it, but it's really not easy. Because there's, if we should go into some technical details, there is Bitcoin scripting as well. Potentially you can do something like trustless, but it's hard. Basically, why centralized exchanges exist? You guys, you know why? Because of Bitcoin. You can't trade Bitcoin on DEXs. That's why centralized exchanges are still with us. This is the only reason that keeps them afloat. And Bitcoin is like the main, definitely the main cryptocurrency. Everybody trades Bitcoin. all the market is driven by Bitcoin, as you can easily see. So if like all those bull runs and bear markets are related to Bitcoin. So you can't trade Bitcoin in a decentralized way. And until it is possible, we will have centralized exchanges, unfortunately. And Bitcoin guys don't want to change the protocol. So it gets you thinking, so you start coming up with some conspiracy theories immediately. But I won't go into that direction. How many candidates for VCs have you met so far? Not so many, because I'm trying to, to find some people who could really come through, so it doesn't make sense just go talking to people, just like to random people. And I don't have that much time for that. And I think if I start doing this, I will lose a lot of time that I should spend on other things, which might be more helpful. So I'm talking to people who potentially can deliver. And it's less than 10, but we did have some productive discussions with all of them. Your camera lens looks really dirty. Yeah, I have this problem. I'm sorry, I guess. Yeah, so something is wrong with my phone. Let me just. Yeah, sorry. You're right. My apologies. I'll be just talking. You have seen my face many times. So next week I think I'll use my laptop. Or I can do it now. No, I need VPN. Complicated. Why? Because you can't use Telegram without VPN. Yeah, I can't use my MacBook because I don't have VPN there. I have to install one. Only on my phone. Can you clarify your proposal? If someone supply 1,000 ways and borrow one XDM, let me just, I forget. This is the new one. New proposal. I turn on the cam because it's dirty. I can turn on. There's some dust, I think, in the lens actually, because I tried to clean it, but it didn't help. See my pretty face. My dirty pretty face. Sound is bad. Oh, shit. What's wrong? Can you hear me now better? I don't know, guys. My phone is too old, but I have this now, so but I can buy a new one, when I have some money. But I will keep this dark. What about the surf air run? It's coming, man. Just wait a little. Just like so many things. And I think we need to decide what we do with surf in general, because there has to be some way to be still redeem and keep it out in such a way that people are not mad. So we need to think about the airdrop and also how we deal with surf in the long run, because it has to be somehow settled. Where's Pink micro. It's in other rooms and how I will use it next time. Uh, yeah, I have pink microphone. I still have it. Mhm. Yeah, you can hear me not well. Yeah, guys. Bad. Okay, it's very bad. Maybe because of VPN as well. Okay, guys. Okay, you got me. I will buy a microphone next time. Okay, I'll just speak louder. So guys, give me some questions. I think the current virus proposal is not about this. It's about stopping payments to the old markets. And the old proposal that was accepted was meant to get people to return their debt. And if they don't within a month, their accounts are assumed for further liquidation. So I just don't understand. So basically, if you have a loan there, you need either to return it or your account will get liquidated. Two options here. So many means will be made from this AMA. Okay. Go for it. Sasha, blink twice if you're okay. Why am not okay? Why am I not okay? I am okay. Yeah. Okay. But I'm blinking. I'm like Britney Spears here. Next time I'll wear, some orange dress. Okay, I'm good, guys. No, I'm not a hostage. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm still in Dubai for now. Basically, for the lack of better place to go, So because, yeah, some views outside. This JLT area in Dubai is pretty nice here. Probably the only area I like here. What about the virus relaunch? Yeah, so I think the guys need to do the feature that we have promised. The feature when the utilization is high, your collateral is unlocked. So if you don't want to return your debt, even if the health of the account is good, even if the account is backed by your collateral, still your collateral can be released and other people who lend you the funds can sell your collateral, because otherwise we have the situation when people just don't want to pay their money back. So this feature will be implemented on virus, and I think after that we can say that virus has been officially relaunched. When are you coming to Riyadh? I think I'll come sometime, maybe this summer. Yeah, actually, it's pretty close, and I like to take a look at Saudi Arabia, really, because I think this is going to be the next big thing in this region after Dubai. This is what I think. I might be wrong, actually. So, yeah, this is the last proposal on virus 045. Yeah, there is some locked liquidity still, which people actually agreed to get virus token, and now it has to be unlocked, and Virus token payments should stop for the old markets. So the king would make an nice VC. Yeah, he's like the richest guy in the world. I read today about him actually. They say he has $2 trillion. Can you imagine? More than Putin. By a small margin, but still. Yeah, okay. He has his old he has his whole country, I guess. You know, so yeah, they say that he controls Aramco, and Aramco market capitalization is 2 trillion, and he has more things, of course. You know, so he's doing pretty well. What changes will come at WX governance? I think for now, no changes. I think we have done what we promised. There is boosting. Yeah, some things around token verification, because it should be done faster. You know, we need more tokens on Waves Exchange. We need more people who come and hopefully launch some good tokens, not scammy tokens. To filter out scammy tokens, we still have the vetting process, but probably it should be made more streamlined and fast. You know, so I think there is this proposal to make it simpler. Otherwise, what else? I think that's it. Yeah. WX is boring as fuck. It's an exchange. It's a financial service, man. What do you want to see there? Naked women. Stop. Okay. Makes sense. Please no naked men. I can live with naked women, no problem. But naked men are a little bit too much, you know. Because they removed the cat. Okay, you know, so did you like the cat so much? Because not so many people like the cat. And I didn't hear anyone like crying for the cat. Where's the cat? Only you know. All I don't know. Okay. But Waves is a dog chain, right? So we need to have a dog there, not a cat. I hate the cat. Nick hates the cat. Cat was lucky for Waves. We haven't been so lucky, man. Come on. We need hot girls. Yeah, Galka should send us the pictures, and we will basically use them for the front page. And all people will be attracted to Waves because we have hot girls. Yeah. Okay, this is your goth girls is your preference, but okay, they're nice. I sent a proposal for new. Let me check. I haven't seen it. A lot of people message, so I kind of like, but I try to reply to almost everything. Yeah, you should actually post it because it's pretty crazy. You know, it's like there is a little bit of everything there. Post it in the channel. Yeah. Netherworld, send your draft. Oh yeah, she's nice. I think it's good. Guys. I like it. Yeah, it's kind of like really crazy, you know. So any updates that I can post in the summary. So it's kind of, so what are the updates? New domain, miners have voted. Thank you, Galka, for voting as well, actually. You are very reluctant, but you still voted. So I really appreciate that. Waiting for Paribu. They're big organizations, so probably it's gonna take them some time, but it's okay because we still have a week, so we don't have to be in a hurry. In any case, it will last for a week at least, so we can't speed it up. It has to last a week. So waiting for Paribu, and next week it will be voted for, and the buyback will start in 2 weeks. So things start looking good again. Uh, a lot of launches are being in preparation. A lot of teams are gonna launch their products. Teams that are participating in the DAO are working on the products. Uh, so some other proposals will be there, and I think the situation is getting a bit better. In general, Waze 2.0 is moving forward. I have some plan, which is I think I have finally settled on some plan, and I will reveal it soon. Yes. But the good thing is, I think I settled on something because I've been thinking way too much about this, about different options, and it's not so easy to understand what can be done now in blockchain technology. Really groundbreaking. It's kind of like hard, because maybe the technology has reached its potential, like it's reached full potential. So there is some directions of development, uh, zero knowledge proofs, for example, but it's all really sophisticated actually. So it's becoming very hard to come up with something really new. But I think I have settled on an idea, and we will move into that direction. And it will involve EVM as L2. It will involve uh, a low level L0 chain, not even L1. I prefer to call it L0 because it's a very basic chain that has a very specific functionality. So there is no smart contracts there, for example. And it's gonna be interacting with L2s using zero knowledge proofs. So in such a way, we will be able to support not only EVM, but also other virtual machines. And I think it's pretty interesting. And those like L2s will be able to interact between themselves through the L0. It needs more explanations, of course, and they are coming. But it has to do with Web3, Web. I think we need Web 0. We don't need Web 3. We need Web 0 because internet itself is very poorly decentralized. It's very centralized. So it's kind of weird that people are trying to build some decentralized products on top of very centralized internet. I think we need Web 0, not Web 1, Web 2, or Web 3. We need Web 0. Now, the underlying layer has to change. Is there a private group? Will NSBT be good again? I think yes. XTN won't be a stable coin as it was, but it won't go away. I think it will actually be used quite a lot now with a buyback, and we need to basically burn the excess XTN. And when it's burned, XTN will be back actually as an asset that makes sense because there is some like surplus of XTN. That's why it's not working as intended now, but it will be burned, and in this case, it will have a future. Some question about private group. Yeah, a note. I don't understand your political stance. You're a communist, or I don't know who you are. Okay, communist friend. Is there a private group with miners where decisions are being made? Yes, sure. Yeah, there is this group. If you have a node, you can join. Galke there, for example, some other people. Uh, what about higher interest rates up to 100% during the week? Yeah. So I think, yeah, so we'll combine. Shawnee is messaging about virus, about like unlocking those accounts who borrowed and don't want to pay back. Two ways to approach this: either increase the interest like crazy, up to 1,000%, for example, which could work for some people, but for some like people it won't work either, I guess, because they just don't want to return anything. And I think we should combine. The interest should go up exponentially when the utilization approaches 100%, and at the same time, the unlock should turn on, basically. Yeah, you should be able to unlock any collateral in those accounts. So I think those two things should be combined. Not lizards. No, it's like a node chat, a node. It's like a chat for node maintainers. Just launch your node. You're a developer after all. Why don't you have a node? Yeah, I understand. Because the problem with those protocols is there are like participants, there are actors in lending protocols that only borrow and don't want to pay back, no matter the interest, So this is the thing here, and we have the situation, as you know, even Avi has the situation. With basically with the guy who sued me in the US, Avi had a problem with Avi, because different spelling, but it sounds the same probably. So he was trying to manipulate their pools, and he got some liquidity stuck there, and he didn't bother to repay. The redemption of WXG tokens from commission money will be carried out. Yes, it will be done at market price, but if it is constant, if there is constant buy pressure, it means that the market price goes up, right? And eventually the tokens will be bought at a higher price, closer to $1. Yes, West, yes. Waze Enterprise projects are not moving forward too fast, unfortunately. As you know, we had many successful projects in Russia, and there are some guys who remained in Russia. I'm talking to them on Telegram, but that's it. I have no interaction with them because I kind of like left Russia. Let's see what happens in the future. Maybe something happens to Russia, something positive, because I obviously like the country and I'm very sad about the current situation. But I'm Ukrainian, as you know. So some guys remain there, and enterprise department works pretty well, but it's not like ways of some separate team. So I can't say that it's waves. It's like something else. As for the international part, we are trying to find some projects, but it's not so easy now. So enterprise blockchain is kind of lagging behind, I guess. I can see a lot of potential there, but during my career as a blockchain evangelist, was not able to convince a lot of people, that blockchain can be used in enterprise. So my bad. But I think there is still a lot of potential for it. So let's see what happens next. A note: are you a communist or are you a capitalist? What's their political stance? I just don't understand. Libertarian or something. I don't understand. I just like the truth. No, it's not a political stance. Everyone will say that we like the truth. Truth, from fascists to, I don't know, to libertarians. Just tell us who you are. Can you answer my question clearly? Which question? Do you think it's okay that controversial no decisions are made without investors being present? Yes, because actually it's pretty simple. You can lease to the nodes that you want to vote in a particular way, So if you know that there is this voting, you could probably have leased to Wavescap because they don't want to vote for the proposal. You could lease to them. That's it. It's democracy, the way it should be, because you always have different levels. It's not a flat structure. You have some like deputies, some representatives who should be representing you, and in this case those representatives are the nodes, and I can choose either to lease to them or not to lease at all, or maybe to lease to a node that has the same opinion about some problem as you do, So it's called democracy, man. You don't know what it is, but this is democracy. Can I add a node in WX whenever I want? Sure, you can launch your node. It's true democracy, man. We are doing decentralization here, where everybody is equal. You said you reached the decision with miners. We reasoned with them, we talked to them, but we were not able to convince everyone. We convinced some of them, but not everyone. So it was just like talking, like discussion. And as you can see, it didn't go well the first time because they requested 2 additional features that were implemented. So it's called like democratic process. When you talk to people, they actually tell you what they think. They air their concerns. You react to it. You do what they ask you to do, and you reach some consensus. This is called democracy, man. That's how it works. Yes, and Galka, for example, was really against. Yeah, like so. And we talk to her as human beings, so the way it should be done. Do investors vote too? Absolutely. You vote by leasing your ways to a particular node. That's it. It's like it's like representative democracy. You have your representative in like what's it called? I forgot. In the Senate or whatever it's called, so in some representative organ, representative body, right? And he votes. Probably he votes the way you would like him to vote. This is the same here. You have nodes as your representatives, and your voice is heard through the leasing, basically. You can lease to a node. For example, you could have leased to Wavescap. They voted against. That's it. Yeah, I don't understand. If you don't understand what I'm saying, it's like just stop because you don't look good, man. It's like it's okay. Yes, maybe. You should install your node. You're a developer, right? You promised to buy back the WXG tokens 1 to 1. It eventually, yeah, but I didn't break my promise, man. You don't need to sell now, right? You can wait till the price is closer to 1 or is 1 exactly. That's it. Yeah. Which node is voting no on? I know like there is some, I think 2 anonymous nodes that I don't know. And Wavescap, I talked to the guy and he said that he doesn't agree, which is fine. And they voted against Wavescap. Yeah, you are bringing up an interesting question. I mean, CME messaging that there is no decentralization of the leasing of waves, which is in virus. This is true. This is true. Probably not the biggest problem now, but okay, yeah, you're right. There can be some. If there is more waves, probably it makes sense to distribute those waves between different nodes for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and all waves are borrowed there. This is true as well. So basically, there's no waves there, no physical waves. How price will be closer to 1? Because there is buyback. You know, when you buy something, there is buy pressure. There is less tokens left in circulation because all the tokens that are being bought back are burned, and the price goes up because there is somebody buying always from the fees. People are not buying. Of course, they shouldn't. No, somebody probably will be buying. But the idea is to use the fees to buy back those tokens. And the fees should go up, the buyback volume should go up, and the price should go up too. By XTM. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Okay. And note is raising hell as always, you know, like you're a hell raiser, my friend. But it's okay. Everybody who owns a node is angry with me. Own your own node. A node. Even your nickname has a node in it. You should install your own node, man. You know, and be done with it. Yeah, waste suppliers and leaders are earning a boatload of interest. Yeah, because they have 1 month to liquidate the debt. After that, it will be assumed. Uh, there is still interest which is paid, but it will stop. Yeah. I already have people contacting me. Node, I think you should install your node, and this is going to be great. And you will install the script, which will do 100% payouts. Please do it. Please do it. Okay, cool. Does Puzzle run a node yet? They lease their waste, that's for sure, but I don't know to who. You should ask Vladimir. Yeah, okay. Yeah, ducks. To me. Okay, okay, Evgeny. Okay, I don't know. Ducks are somehow not my focus now. For the moment, I have some ideas, but I have to talk to Bram, which has taken over the ducks. Who has taken over the ducks? And actually, I think they're doing pretty well under the circumstances, but we need to breathe some fresh life into the ducks for sure. Yeah, I have an idea actually, that I won't tell you now. When you put your waste to landing platforms, they vote on node level for you. Yes, this is true. This is true. Yes, this is true. So you should bear that in mind. So if you don't want somebody using your waste to vote, you should check the current votings. And if there's something that you don't agree with, you shouldn't put your waste to a node or to a project that uses a node that can vote against your idea. It's pretty transparent though, so I understand that maybe it can be improved, but it's quite transparent because you just need to keep track of what's going on. That's it. Yeah, egg is very cheap now. It will remain cheap if we don't come up with something. Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, I think it's time to wrap up because not so many questions, and you started to basically talk between yourselves. So I think I'm not needed here. So thank you very much. Next week, the minor voting should be finalized, which is important. Waves DAO interface will be presented. Something else. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Power to the people. Ride on waves. Have a very calm week. I think it's very good when things are calm. Now, because the world is crazy actually now. I love you all. See you next week. Bye, guys.